Okay, guys, you know who this is. This is Justin, the Snap-on Junkie. Today we're going to be reviewing the Tech Extra Flyer, the added tools and equipment you need every day around your shop. It says offers expire March 31st, 2017, and limited quantities are available, so you better order this stuff quick. Basically, that's what it's saying. This is probably going to be a lengthy catalog because there is a lot of shit in here to cover, and they got some pretty good deals. They just, it's still Snap-on, guys, so we can only expect so much. Okay, guys, moving right along here to page 2, and this is Power Tools. Okay, so what they're doing here is they have the Monster Lithium stuff, Monster Productivity, and Monster Runtime. So they give you a whole bunch of these specs of how much this stuff is. So if you want to buy the angle grinder, that's $734.95. Fuck, that's fucking out of control for that. But I guess you get a bag and all this extra horse shit. You get the half-inch Monster Lithium compact cordless drill, which it's really, to me, this thing is not that compact. Really what I want them to see is take the half-inch chuck and put it on the 14.4 drill. I feel like that's a lot better. That thing is $657.95. That's the kit, and then just the tool is $307. Whew. All right. They got batteries, the reciprocating saw. Now, this reciprocating saw is a little big. I like the 14.4 one better. Let's see what they got here. They got the hot glue gun. So if you guys want to get this for your wives, if she's into arts and crafting, I'm sure that she would love it. Then it probably, why they have that is probably because it goes with the next thing that's down here is the paintless dent removal set. And for $102, that would be worth a shot to try it. I would like to try that thing, but maybe I'll have to get Snap-on to give it to me. Then we go over here and we got 21-piece jobber length Thunderbit high-speed drill bit set for $136. For 21 drill bits, that's probably not too bad. I'm not going to say anything bad about that, but people that know me know that you can get these jobber bits somewhere else pretty cheaply, like maybe half the money of that. But anyway, moving right along. So then they got 23-piece quarter-inch drive quick change bit set, and that's Blue Point again, and that's $41. This is just bits and stuff that you can use for your different, your screw guns or drills or anything like that. I like quick change bits. I bought Mrs. Junkie some, not Blue Point, but I got her some Irwin ones, which are pretty much the same thing. Okay, guys, page 3. Now they have the micro lithium, more power and flexibility than ever before. I don't know what they changed. This shit's been out for a couple years, but whatever. They got a new catalog, so they gotta pump that. So they got all the 14.4 stuff. They have the cordless drill here for 380, or cordless drivers. That's $381, and the drill is $381.95 too. And that's the kit, and that includes 2 batteries, which is a good price. I feel like their 4.4 is their best platform. They need to refine the 18-volt stuff, which I'm sure that they will. I think it's going to be more like a 20-volt system the next time it comes out, maybe even a little bit more. Then they have the quarter-inch impact driver kit. I have this quarter-inch gun. That thing is pretty badass. I used it in my cat video. In the cat video. Then they have my favorite tool of all time, the 3/8 drive cordless impact wrench. It's $239.95 just for the tool. I think I might have to get one of those just to have a spare. Then they got batteries, and the cordless temperature gun is $165. Again, stay away from that. This 14.4 cordless polish and prep kit set. I would like to buy just the tool. I would like to try this to really know if it would work in the place of an air, like a 90-degree die grinder, if it has that much RPM. Maybe you guys can let the junkie know in the comments if you have one and like it, or what some of the advantages are. I might have to try that. But then the baddest thing that I do want, that I'm going to be getting, is the 14.4 Sawzall. Now this Sawzall is definitely, I would recommend this one over the 18 volt one. And then they come over here and they got the work lights. Again, everybody knows what these work lights are. They have the short one, and then they have the one that makes you feel like Luke Skywalker and shit, which I would like to get this Luke Skywalker one, but there's another one in the back of the catalog that I'd like to talk to you guys about, because I think it adds a little bit more advantages to it, but maybe I'll have to get both. So that's page 3, guys. Okay, guys, moving along to page 4. We're still on the power tools section. This is going to be the air tools section. Okay, so starting out on the top, they have a 1 horsepower 4.5 inch angle grinder. Again, these big 1 horsepower snap-on ones are badass. I have not used one of these, but I can just imagine that they fucking get with it, if you know what I'm saying. And then they have the Crud Thud Remover tool. Now, this tool interests me pretty good. Now, $530, okay, that's a little steep. I get it. You know, it says Snap-on on it, so they gotta, you know, they're not going to use any lube, if you guys get what I'm saying. But I really like this tool. The attachments look really good and stuff like that. I would recommend this, especially for the type of stuff that I do. We have to remove a lot of fucking dirt and debris every time before we work on something. So I definitely want to get this in the future. Now, over here, the next thing is extended reach die grinders. Now, I definitely want to own one of these, and I think I'm going to buy the 1 horsepower one, because I just think it would last a little bit longer. Maybe it's just me, you know, but I'm kind of the guy that more power means more better, if you know what I'm saying. But and also the price difference is not very much. I mean, the 1/2 horsepower one is $289, and the other one is $314, which is not bad. Now, getting down to these low vibration orbital sanders, I've only heard of a couple people using these, and where I got my truck body work done at, the guy used these, and he said that these were some of the best sanders that you could get. He said they feel really good in your hand and they run a long time. So I'm sure that their pricing is comparable to some high dollar you know, sanders and stuff like that. I really don't know much about body work. This Snap-on Junkie is not much of a painter, if you get what I'm saying. I just don't have the patience for that. But, you know, they do come down here in these different type of sanders, like the 8 and 6 inch ones. I mean, they look like, I mean, just look at these things. I mean, they're pretty designed. I mean, just looking at them makes me want to try to learn how to be a paint and body guy, right? I mean, I know it does to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but alrighty, so that's that page. Okay, guys, here on to page 5, and we still on the power tools section. Now we're moving into like die grinders. They have a 1/2 horsepower regular die grinder for $266. And then they got the angle degree die grinder for $329. I have this angle degree 90-degree die grinder, and I love it. Now moving on to the big dog shit again is these 1 horsepower cutoff tools. Again, you know, like you have to be using this stuff, and you have to cut pretty thick stuff. But again, guys, more power is always better. You know, especially in like grinders and stuff like that. They're just going to last a lot longer because, you know, the 1/2 horsepower one has to work a lot to turn. Maybe the 1 horsepower one doesn't have to do that. That's why the way that I look at it. Now, another little thing that I like that a lot of people don't have is these little air saws, like an air sawzall. These things are pretty cool. Like when we used to race, we had a whole bunch of these things, and they work really good for just hacking shit out. But you got to have a really good compressor, and everybody knows the Snap-on Junkie doesn't have one. So then next thing they got down here is these powers inverters and all this stuff, and they got all these USB chargers and things like that. you know, these are just little gimmicky things like charge your cell phone or maybe your computer or your scanner at work. So I guess some of you guys may need these, but I have a bunch of power outlets in my tool room, so I don't really need it. Now, one thing that I do have that I really like that's on this page is the dual charger, the 14.4 and the 18-volt multi-charger, and $305 they want for that. Now, I will tell you one thing. I did not pay for this. My dealer gave this to me. He took my other chargers back and gave me this one. This thing is badass. I love it. The only thing that I really wish that you could do that you can't do is charge 2 batteries at the same time. Because when I clean up everything, I like to charge stuff all the way up. And then the next time I use it, I already know that the battery's charged. But I like this 3-charger system, especially if you have more than one 14.4 tool that you use that day. At the end of the day, you can put them on the charger. Then you know the next time when you come in, they're ready. And it has that USB port in the front, and that's how I charge my cell phone when I'm at the shop. So I recommend that thing for $305. Talk to your Snap-on tool representative and see what kind of deal he can work you out on that. Okay, guys, on to page 6 here. What they got here is this is all their air impact tools and some other air tools. So they got the 3/8 impact wrench on promo, I guess, and then they have the baddest thing that you can spend your money on, as far as I'm concerned, in air hammers, is the Super Duty air hammer right here. This one, second down, for $424.95. This thing has got a shit ton of power, and it'll get fucking wild with it. It'll bust some shit loose. It's totally awesome. I love it. I have one. I don't use it very much, but when I do, this thing, I call it Old Reliable. I mean, it just gets with it. Then we're moving down here into air ratchets. Again, I'm not really a big air ratchet fan. Most of the time they're loud and stuff like that. And with the electric ones, you know, I think that it works out good just to have electric ones. These air ones are, you know, they're just pretty loud. Maybe a small 1/4-inch one, but again, this one's only 35 foot-pounds, but it's really small. But I think the new electric 14.4 1/4-inch impact electric little thing will work just fine. And then they have over here air drills. Now, I don't know too much about air drills. I don't use air drills. I don't really like air drills because I find that, you know, they don't turn a lot of RPM really, and it's they're kind of more torquey. They're more for like if you were working in a shop and it's a production type thing. If not, just use an electric drill. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a lot better, and you're not going to have to listen to how they sound because they sound fucked up. And then down here they got Blue Point shit. For you rookies out there that can't afford the big dog shit or just are cheap, they got that stuff. So that's on page 6. All right, everybody, still moving on to page 7 here. Now, they got all the Blue Point shit on this page, and really this is just entry-level stuff here, or for like what I like to call people, the people that have alligator arms and don't want to pay for the Snap-on stuff, so they have an economical way of you to buy stuff from the truck, and it's called Blue Point. There's only one tool or two tools on here that I would really like to have, and I have one of them. It's the blow gun. I really like this little blow gun for $28. I feel like they have good quality. I have some other ones that are kind of like, they just don't feel very good in your hand, like very cheap, Chinesey, if you get what I'm saying. And that down here they have this reversible Blue Point cutoff saw, the extended reach one, which I kind of like and would like to have one day. I want to get one of these extended reach ones. They're pretty sweet. And again, that's only $288. You know, I have no need for a pinstripe removal tool, or I'm not going to buy cutting wheels from Blue Point. I don't need a variable speed polisher. The little Sawzall, I'd rather buy the Snap-on one. and all the die grinders and, right angle drills. I mean, who needs all this garbage? And then they have this little micro polishing kit here, air. Nobody wants this shit. Maybe that's why they put it in these catalogs, so, it helps them sell it. I really don't know, but that's all I got to say about page 7. A waste of page, really. All right, guys, now we're moving on to tool storage, creepers, and trays. So let's see what they got here. They got a roll cart, Blue Point, for $1,300. I'm going to have to fucking pass on that. This other roll cart for $459. Again, fucking pass. I would rather buy like a nicer Snap-on one. That's just me again. You can call me a tool whore or whatever. I just think these things are $1,300 is a little steep for me for a fucking cart. I actually like this Rubbermaid style that they don't have in here, but one day I'll buy one and show it to you guys on my channel. Then they got socket trays. You can get all these in fucking wazoo colors. You know what I'm saying? For $149. That's 1/4-inch shit. Again, pass. 6-piece drawer organizer set. Again, pass. I like the foam system. I think that's the best system you can use. All right, let's see what down here. Oh, they got medium duty service tray plus. So I guess this is like a tray that you can roll under and put parts on. It looks like it's got a really nice hand crank and all this shit. Heavy duty casters for $449. Again, fucking pass. Let's see here. They got a creeper, flat adjustable. I like these creepers where you can have the headrest up. Because, I'm old and fat, which you guys already know from watching my videos. And I need something that's comfortable to lay on and stuff. I just have a hard time holding my neck up that much. My head is heavy, I guess you could say. Let's see here. They got this creeper seat. I like this creeper seat with the little tray in it. That's a nice touch. I have 2 creepers. One is just like a little creeper, and then or a little creeper seat, and it has a little tray underneath it. And then I got one that's like a stool style, which I like the stool style a little bit better. Then they got this underhood service tray from Blue Point for $178. That thing's pretty cool because it looks like they got little compartments up top that you can put things in, your nuts and bolts, so you don't lose them. Or, you can put your sockets in there and stuff. And then they have just kind of a cheapy oval tube creeper for $106. Again, I don't know about all that shit. I'm looking for a different type of creeper, like a heavy duty creeper with really nice wheels is what I want. So that's page 8, guys. All right, guys, moving on to page 9 here. This looks like welding tools and equipment. So they got these welding and plasma carts. Again, I bought mine, I think, for like $100 from the place that my welding store and all that stuff. I would say if you buy a welder from them, they should throw this goddamn cart in there. But anyway, the only thing I do like on this page is this welding workstation cart right here from Snap-on for $1,300. I feel like that's a fair value for what it is, but I don't know if I want to buy this one, or Miller makes a really nice one for $250 more. I think it's like $1,500. But it comes with like this vise mount and everything on there. I really like this type of workstation, and it has these slotted holes and all that shit. And then they also have a welding cart side cabinet. So I guess this bolts on to this welding cart, and it creates an extra bit of storage. So you can put your rod or whatever other type of shit you want on there. And then they got welding helmets. Again, I don't see the reason to pay, this big ass fucking money for these welding helmets. I mean, yeah, you can look fucking cool, you know what I'm saying, and have like the fucking welding reaper on the side of this motherfucker. And then you got this auto darkening helmet here that makes you look like a, dude, if you went out to a real welding job and you showed up with a helmet like this, they would just make fun of you and probably like a journeyman pipe fitter would just throw it in the ditch or run over it with his truck and say that he didn't see it. But that's just me. They got some welding sleeves. Again, you can get those anywhere at any welding store. So that's not really, I'm not going to pay for that. Welding gloves, the same thing. I mean, I have an auto darkening helmet. And again, guys, I think I paid like $59 for it. So that's it for page 9. All right, guys, so we're moving on to page 10. They got welding tools and equipment. So up here, they got some TIG welders. Again, this little 150 TIG for $6,300. Again, now about Snap-on welders, guys, I've learned some stuff. They're made by a company that does make industrial type welders. And what their welders are a little bit different. They have some really nice electronic boards and stuff in them, and they're set up to be 100% duty cycle. And that type of welder is going to be pretty expensive, just because of the, there's a whole bunch of processes they have to do to get to that type of duty cycle. Again, so we're talking about they got TIG welders, which I actually like TIG welders. I think they're better than a MIG welder. A MIG welder to me is for like a production shop. If you're going to be welding a lot of the same thing over and over again, then a MIG welder is fine. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to build like custom, really nice welds, then you definitely want to TIG weld that. It just gives you a little bit more control over your weld and things like that. So these are all, for the average mechanic out there, or home gamer, or whatever you want to call it. You can get welders a lot cheaper than that anywhere else. Like you can look on Craigslist and there'll be a guy, that's got a really nice Miller welder or a Lincoln welder for half the money. But anyway, so then they move down here and they got plasma cutters. Now plasma cutters are pretty badass. If you were, again, working in a production shop or you did a lot of fabrication, you would use you would want a plasma cutter. But for a home gamer, that's a little much, and you could probably find one somewhere else a lot cheaper. So we're not really going to talk too much about page 10. All right, so page 11, more welders and stuff like that. These are more like bigger type Miller welders here. They got or bigger type of MIG welders, sorry. So they got all this shit. These seem to be pretty reasonable prices for welders. These ones are going to be more analogical. These are more old school type welders. Like Miller and Lincoln have some pretty updated stuff. Then you got down here, you got a spool gun for $1,500. That's for when you're going to MIG weld aluminum and things like that. You got to have that spool gun because the wire, it'll break off from the machine. Then they got this flexible MIG weld neck, which again, no. And then they have a TIG conversion kit. Now this one I like because it has that little hand trigger on it that you can see, and it has the flow control. But again, $625. You can get a Miller one, I think, or a Lincoln one at half that price. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. So again, that's page 11 and welders. I'm sure you guys don't give a shit about welders. Some of you don't. Maybe there is some people out there that care. All right, guys, moving on to page 12. Now, this is shop tools and equipment. This is going to be a lot of body shop type shit. And really, I'm really not into this type of stuff. So, they got some clamps here and all this horse shit. Headlight, taillight remover tool set for $50. Again, I don't know what all this shit is. But I just thought I'd put this up there. I don't have much to say about this thing. Just for the people that are into this shit, you can look at this. So you can pause the video or whatever and do whatever you got to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just not for me. Okay, guys, here's page 13. Again, a lot of useless shit on here unless you're a body shop guy. I mean, they got a heavy-duty liquid-cooled spot welder for $7,500. Holy fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. Then they got over here, they got Porta Power kits, $463.50 for a 10-ton Porta Power. I have one of these, and listen, I bought it from Harbor Freight. Yes, I said that, the Snap-on Junkie. Bought something from Harbor Freight. But it was this type of thing, this Porta Power set. Again, how many times am I going to use this thing? Not that many. I didn't think I needed to get a Blue Point one that was obviously rebranded. And again, a hydraulic pump's a hydraulic pump. If it lasts me 3 years or whatever, that's great. You know what I'm saying? There's no difference in this one and anywhere else. So then they got, again, down here, mini dent pulling shit. Nobody gives a fuck. Now, this kit right here at the bottom is interesting because a lot of us, we have these new, you know, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of Ford fans, and they got these new diesel trucks. And this is an aluminum panel dent puller kit for aluminum panels on cars and trucks. And this set is $12,300 because they got a special, it looks like a little bit of a special welder and stuff to measure all that stuff. And it comes with all the clamps and the cart and all that horse shit. But again, guys, if you think your body shop guy is not passing this on to your insurance company, you are high as fuck. So just remember that when you buy these new trucks, you still have to find somebody to fix it when you're drunk and run into something. Or somebody is drunk and runs into you. So just remember that these things are going to be expensive to fix. Okay, guys, moving right along to page 14. Okay, here is shop tools and equipment. Again, this is a bunch of gloves and all that stuff. I'm not really a glove user. I'm not really a safety glass wearer either. I don't know why, I just don't do it. So they got all this shit on here. You know, they got impact gloves, fingerless impact gloves. I wonder why you would need fingerless impact gloves. I really don't know on that. They got neural snap-on gloves for $20. What the fuck? They're branding their own knit neural gloves. Guys, don't buy this shit off the truck, please. Don't buy this shit. This fingernail brush for $5.80. Okay, if you can get your guy to throw that in, that's probably one thing. You got hand and tool cleaner towels. Again, go to Home Depot, buy whatever, Grime Boss wipes. Same thing, $8.99. Again, ear protection. I'm not really much into that either. You can get a Blue Point vacuum for $184. I don't know if that's a good price, but I can tell you, it's a lot better than this two-stage wet dry vac 16 gallons. $400.50 for this motherfucker. Holy shit. Okay, just because that has a Snap-on branding, dude, that thing is... I mean, I've never met a vacuum that's worth $400. Maybe Dyson made this. That's probably what it is. This is probably a rebranded Dyson shop vac with Snap-on on it. But if it was, it would probably be $1,000. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, here we got the butane torches, the Torch 400 and the Torch 300. Now, here's where the limited quantities come in. I figured it out right here. Because this torch is $83.50, and this son of a bitch is on back order till the middle of April. Both of these torches are. So this is where the limited quantities are. So none of you lawyer types out there, you can't sue Snap-on because they put limited quantities in there. But that's page 14, guys. Okay, guys, moving right along to page 15. Okay, now earlier in the video, if you watched... they have that other hood light that makes you feel like, Luke Skywalker. But this light, I think, is the way to go. Now, it's 1,500 lumens, so it's almost twice the lumens, and it's only $100 more. And it still has the Extenda thing on there. But what it has is these little clip LED lights. So you can clip a couple more of these LED lights on there, and now you can have... 4,000 lumens or whatever if you needed it. This is the light that I'm thinking about buying. Yes, I know it's cordless and the runtime might be a little bit different, but since I'm the Snap-on junkie, I'm probably going to get Bose style lights. But this is the kind of light that I think is what I think I'm going to try first. Okay, so then moving right along, they got rechargeable corded floodlights. Again, this is just a whole bunch of lights and shit like that. They have an aluminum level for $32. Blue Point, again, no. Now, okay, now here's a funny story over here. These Snap-on Easy Mount Magnet Kits. Now, I asked my Snap-on guy to get me one of these, and he said he wouldn't buy it again because he bought a kit for for $78, and he thought it was like you got 3 of them. So he ordered 3 of them, and he thought it was just $78 for one kit. So he sold one of these for $25. He said he lost his ass on this. He said the magnet is pretty strong. His exact words were, buy the $25 one off Amazon and have Bruce Allen make you a sticker and put Snap-on on it. So that's just a forewarn out there. Also, back up here in the center, this 450 lumen work light right here for $108. I think that's a pretty good deal. Me and my Snap-on guy, he wants to have me review one of these work lights, so that'll be coming up on my channel sometime soon. And again, a lot of this other light stuff, you know, I don't use lights that much, but I have a little head torch that I end up using, but I want to try to get something different. That's why I think that the under hood lights would be really good, or maybe one of these little rechargeable shop lights that are on this page. But anyway, guys, that's page 15. Okay, guys, moving right along to page 16, and this is shop tools and equipment again. So they got a whole bunch of range finders and shit like that, or multimeters. The fuck is a hybrid multimeter? I guess you use that on a hybrid car. They got a scanner on here. Then they got a interchangeable tip circuit display tester, which that thing looks pretty cool. It comes in that nice little case. Again, it's got foam all around it, so I'm interested in that. That would be like an upgrade to your little kit. Okay. Oh my god, this thing is pretty awesome. Digital contact, non-contact laser tachometer. So you could, you know what I'm saying, tell how many, it obtains RPM readings up to 25 feet away from its target. So you guys out there working in your shops, one of you guys could buy this for $339, and you could like get all the other guys during lunch and go out there and run and see how many RPM you're going by or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of fun. But that thing's a pretty cool tool. I could have some uses for that, just to check to see if your, you know, tachometer, your tachometer's right. That's pretty cool. Or if you didn't have one, you could just put that on something and it'd tell you. That's fucking gangster. Then they got a coolant system tester. Again, I don't really need that. They got, again, circuit testers. They got the cordless free circuit testers. Then they have multi-purpose magnet tool, storage and hangers. Again, that's not for me. Banana clip storage rack. So I guess you can like hang up all your shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Like in your locker or whatever. And that would look pretty nice, I guess. I don't know. Then they got these, again, advanced battery system testers for $900. Again, man, that's fucking big fucking money. I don't get it. And then they have another one down here for $396. Again, guys, that just seems kind of high to me. But I don't know what you need these battery testers for. Again, you know, if the battery's melted, it's probably bad. I don't know, you know, if these batteries are that big a deal. But these cars are getting pretty advanced, so I guess you need shit like that. But alrighty, that's page 16. Okay, moving right along. Let's see what they got up here. They got tire pressure sensor system toolkit. $1,740. You've got to be bullshitting me, man. Jesus Christ. So I guess this is all these newfangled cars. They got these special things in there. And now you need a fucking scanner or some kind of system to reprogram these pieces of shit. I mean, this stuff, being a mechanic is hard enough. Now I gotta be, you know what I'm saying, a fucking computer engineer to figure out how to fucking, you know, change a tire or something. It's fucking completely stupid. Then the software update is another $226. Again, they're smoking cocaine right there. I don't know what the fuck you need this thing for. Now, over here next to them, they have these video scopes. And last night, we were on the debate station. We were talking about these video scopes. I want to get this top one here. Now, my guys had it on the truck, the BK 8500 for $1,165. I have one of these on my wish list. I want to get one of those because I want to be able to look inside of things and stuff like that. But I guess it's really just, bigger screens and stuff like that and what functions it has. I think that's what the price difference is. But I want to get one of those. Not so much the tire pressure scanner, if you couldn't tell. Again, do I need a thermometer for $75? Fuck no. Again, here, paint guns. I guess paint guns are like really trick nowadays. I don't know much about painting, guys. I'm sorry. So I don't know if this is a ripoff or whatever. I won't be buying any type of paint guns. What I do like is these abrasive cabinets down here. And again, $2,300 for the Blue Point one. I'll fucking pass on that. And again, I don't know. I like sandblasting, but I'll just take it to someplace. You can get a shit ton of sandblasting done at a place if you have the time for $3,000, as much as this snap-on blast cabinet fucking cost. So that's my opinion on page 17, guys. Okay, guys, moving along to page 18. Now they got the floor jacks again. So they got these 3-ton floor jack for $5.99. It's actually cheaper than in this catalog than it is the February catalog that Snap-on sent out. Come on, Snap-on. Figure out your pricing system. Maybe there was 2 different people making these catalogs and they didn't get their prices right. But it's like probably about $50 cheaper in this catalog. Again, do I want to buy that? No. I already have a floor jack. Works fine. They got the 2-ton one for $4.99. Again, it's $50 cheaper in this catalog than the next catalog. So what's the real price there, Snap-on? Whatever. So then they got this 2-ton air fucking thing, jack. I don't know what the hell you need this for. And then they also have these automotive go-go jacks. I call them the repo specials because those people, a lot of repo trucks have those hanging off the side. So they can, when you parallel park your shit and you think it's safe, they can jack your shit or, return it to the bank that you owe money to. But anyway, so they got those on, and those aren't really a bad price. You know what I'm saying? Like $299 for, it lifts up 6,200 pounds. That's not bad. I'm sure they make some bigger ones. Then they got floor jacks again. You guys can get floor jacks at any auto parts store. I'm sure that these Snap-on ones are really high quality and would last you 50 years. Now you got down here, you got diagnostic tools. And these scanners, I don't know diddly shit about scanners. I don't know what you need them for. To me, they're really just a guide. Like, you still have to fix what's fucking broken with it. This just, eliminates maybe how much diagnostic you got to go. But again, this one for $4,000 here, I'm going to fucking pass on that one. I mean, it doesn't look all that cool. Then they got this one down here for $2,700, basically $2,800. Fucking pass. And then they have this one that looks like an ancient Game Boy or some bullshit like that. Who knows what the fuck this thing does for $2,300. Again, guys, I don't know nothing about scanners. Like I said last night on the debate station, fuck scanners. You know what I'm saying? The best scanner you got is, your brain between your 2 ears. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that I fix things. So I don't know what you need all this stuff for. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hateful comments, but what the fuck ever. Okay, guys, moving right along to page 19. Now, this is something the Snap-on Junkie wants, is these tech-angled torque wrenches. And the reason that I want to go with tech-angled torque wrenches is because, like in what I work on a lot has torque-to-yield bolts. And I like these tech-angled ones. Yes, they're fucking big goddamn money. But I think over the lifetime of the tool and stuff like that, these are going to be a lot better system. Now, the one thing I don't like about electronic ones is they just fucking vibrate. It's not a real positive click feel, and it takes some getting used to that. But I want to get all different sizes, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, and 3/4 because I need big dog shit. And, just in these torque wrenches, you're looking at $3,000. You guys can see the prices here. But, again, it's just a little bit easier for me to use these tech-angled ones just because of the nature of, torquing to yield. You can, torque to a certain thing and then just set it to go plus 90, and it'll tell you exactly where you are. You're going to get a more accurate system with this. Then you come down here and they got click style torque wrenches, which if I was going to pick, I like the click style round type here, really good. These Snap-on ones, I've used all of these before. I absolutely like this style behind the tech angled, but I want the tech angled for just a different reason. If I didn't do a lot of torque to yield stuff, I would get a click type torque wrench. And these type of torque wrenches work good for like wheels and tires. And then they have the other little system down here that is the beam style torque wrench, which my buddy Jim, who saw, he has a beam style torque wrench, and he likes those because it's not clicking against a spring. He says clicking against a different type of mechanism, so he likes those. And I think Joel, the Snap-on tool review guy, likes the beam style torque wrench too, which I don't really mind it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the dial's really easy to use and stuff like that. It's just sometimes I find that the beam style is just a little bit harder to click. It's not as positive, as fast as a click style torque wrench, and it's definitely not as positive as a electric one. It's just kind of delayed a little bit, if you get what I'm saying. But that's the type of torque wrenches that I want to get. They do have some really good deals on torque wrenches. Anytime you can find them, think about it. A torque wrench is a precision instrument, so yes, they're going to cost a little bit more money. So why wouldn't you buy a nice Snap-on one when you whip that bastard out? You know what I'm saying? You know it's going to be accurate 90% of the time unless you completely fucked it up, and it's just a higher quality product. Okay, guys, moving on to page 20. Now we're getting into hand tools. This is stuff that I like. So they got striking scrapers, which I'm thinking about getting a set of these because I have some other scrapers, and I thought they would be nice to use, but I need something I can, strike with a hammer behind and really get under some shit. So I'm going to be looking into these. What I'm definitely not going to be looking into is this Blue Point socket set over here to the right. This 3-piece non-marking pick set for $16. Again, I would buy something like that. That's I could find use for that. So that's a good little impulse buy, something to have with you. You never know when you could use a little pick set. You could get some, you could go out and eat ribs for lunch and need to pick your teeth. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But for $16, you could put it in your, personal protection drawer and just use it for that. Then they got non-marking scraper sets. That's for guys doing a lot of interior work. They got these big ass 8-pound dead blow hammers. Again, I don't know about those. Let's see what else here. Oh, this little thing, this 27-piece 1/4-inch hex drive adapter set. I own this exact set. Love it. It goes really well with the screw gun. If you guys have that, I'd recommend that. They also make a 19-piece set. That's a good one too. Then they have trim pad remover tool. I guess that, pulls out those little Christmas tree looking fucking things. Then they have windshield wiper arm removal tool. I don't know what the hell you need that for, but $11. I thought they just unclipped, but whatever. Then they have a windshield removal tool here. So if you guys ever break windshields, you know what I'm saying, I guess you can use that tool to get it out. They got an 8-piece automotive door hinge remover thing, which I guess it really looks like just like a little bit set, but it's got a whole bunch of these weird looking fucking bits that go with it. That thing's, that might come in handy, guys. I don't really know. Then they got heel and dolly thing over here, so if you got to pound out some dents or whatever. So that's page 20. Okay, guys, moving along to page 21. Only 2 more to go. So they got these knives up here for $125. A height knife for $107. Okay, this is a question for me, to my viewers out there. Guys, I would like to buy a really nice snap-on knife. Tell me which one is the best one to get. I don't really care about price. I want the one that looks the coolest and is by the best brand, because I'm sure that these are rebranded and stuff like that. But if you guys could just leave that in the comment section, let me know. Okay, then they got ratcheting screwdrivers down here for $64. Again, I'm not a big ratcheting screwdriver fan. Then they have, that's a ratcheting 1/4-inch driver. Oh, okay. Sorry, I fucked that up. The thing next to it is a ratcheting screwdriver. Again, guys, I'm not really into that stuff. And then they got 9-piece metric hard handle nut driver set. Now, okay, this is for you new technicians. If you show up with nut drivers in your toolbox, okay, on your first day of a job, other big time, long time technicians are going to make fun of your ass. So don't even buy these things. This is like a specialty stuff. If you worked on it would just be like this is for repetitive parts. I don't know what uses nut drivers, but anything that's put on with a ratchet, you're not going to be able to get it off with this nut driver, if you will. So then they got a 6-piece combination screwdriver set for $116. Again, I like their screwdrivers. Snap-on, I think they make one of the best screwdrivers. I'm sure that Garnett Tools is going to call me and say, no, that some German company behind the wall makes better ones. But I like the Snap-on ones. So that's a shout out to you, Jaron, whatever. Then down here they got, nut driver sets again for $170. Again, guys, fuck nut drivers. Those are a waste of time. And then they have a 7-piece electrical mini screwdriver set. They're showing it to you in Torx. Again, these would be pretty cool if you worked on a lot of small electric stuff. But I really don't, but whatever. So that's page 21. All right, guys, moving right along again, more in hand tools. They got the Master Ball Joint Universal Joint Press Kit. Again, dude, this thing is badass. I have seen a picture that some dude broke this thing, and I don't know how in the hell he did it, because I picked this thing up, and it's beefy. And I bought the UJP one, and I should have bought the PJP one, because it would come with the ball joint stuff. But I'm going to ask for the extra ball joint set coming up. The next thing they got is the Master Disconnect set from Blue Point. I'm sure you can find this cheaper somewhere else, guys. And then over here they got all these different ball joint adapter kits that you can buy for different type of ball joints on different cars, because I guess just like everybody else, they fucking change them. Now over here, this thing is badass, what I'm about to talk to you right now. It's this 10-piece stud remover. They're showing you the SAE one, and they do make this in metric. Now for $116, this is kind of one of the best little tools that if you do a lot of studs, or you got to put in a lot of studs, maybe, getting studs out of, cylinder heads or anything like that, that you got to, because I'm sure they don't sell you a stud kit or whatever with a new cylinder head. But I own this tool, and I'm going to have a review on this thing coming up on my channel that is going to be badass. That's going to explain to you for 116 bucks. This is one of the best way to have a stud removal tool. You can use it a bunch of different ways. So for 116 bucks, I would definitely look into this kit. Okay, now moving right along to industrial hand riveter. No, I don't think so. They got heavy duty filter wrench here. Again, I don't know nothing about this. It looks like a Blue Point set by the part number for $180. I guess this is for like heavy trucks or something like that. I don't know. And also this 6-piece line clamper set for $95. I just bought one of these and it was for 106 bucks. And I'm kind of pissed off about it because now they put it on special. This thing is badass, especially if you're doing like heavy engine rebuild or whatever, or you got to take calipers off or whatever. These have little like banjo type things that these little clips are, and they work fucking great. They got like rubber stoppers on them and everything like that. Again, I'll do a review on that tool too. Whenever I use it, I'll show you exactly how it works, but that tool is badass for that $95. So on this page, there's two things that, you know what I'm saying, are really good deals or nice tools that you can use. Well, really three, because the ball joint thing is badass too. So that's page 22, guys. Okay, guys, moving right along here. So on the top, they got 6-inch wide mouth adjustable wrenches. Again, I like these kind of Chinese fit-alls here that Snap-on makes. Actually, Snap-on does not make these. Blanco makes them. They're a company out of Spain. I'm sure that's where these are manufactured. But I like that little grip that they have on it, because it's the same kind of grip that they got on their pliers and stuff. And I just love the way that the Snap-on one feels. I mean, absolutely love it. I would buy these and bring them home. I mean, I have every other type of wrench, but I might buy some of these and put them in my truck if my guys wouldn't lose them or whatever. Maybe if I get my own personal one, I'm going to put it in there. So then moving right along, they got 8-piece T-handled ball handle Allen wrenches. I like the ones that are plastic handle because they give you, they're not just long, but you can get a 90-degree for breaking stuff loose. So, you know what I'm saying? For 55 bucks, these are good prices. But again, these are going to be a specialty type of thing, like, taking apart small type of pumps or something like that. That's what those are used for. Then they got open-ended crow's foot wrenches on sale. They got 3/8 to 1 inch for 307 bucks. And they got 10-piece set. 10 through 19 for $265. Now, I like the Snap-on crow's feet. A lot of people didn't know how to use them or didn't know about them, but these things are really versatile once you learn what they can and can't do and things like that. I'm going to do a review on some crow's feet coming up that I got a deal worked out with my Snap-on guy. He wants me to review some crow's feet stuff, so I'm going to be doing that. So then we come over here to 12-point flank drive ratcheting open-ended box-end wrenches. Now this is a new set, I do believe, with all this. Now my guy tried to get me to buy these. He had them on their truck, but I just don't like them. The head is a little bulky for my taste, and I like something with reversible. I don't like to have to flip the wrench around. But again, for 405 bucks, I think they're $100 less than the dual 80 ones, maybe even a little bit more than that. But that's, it is what it is. And then they have standard ones too for $281.70. Again, guys, I just don't like this style ratcheting wrench. I love ratcheting wrench, but not this style. What I want Snap-on to make is the double box-ended ratcheting wrenches, but I want them to have a small ratcheting on one side and have it to be a flex ratcheting one, and then the really long box end on the other. I think that would be a really cool tool. That's what I'm waiting for them to make, because I like length. It gives you a little bit more leverage and stuff like that. So this is page 23. Okay, guys, moving on to the last page. This is wheel service. So this is Snap-on wheel balancers, which I'm sure are made by a different company, Hunter or something like that. I don't know. These things seem really expensive for wheel balancers. I mean, $6,800, $5,700, $4,200. I mean, that's some big fucking money. Then they got these Snap-on tire changers. Holy shit, $11,000. That's like tilt back tire changer. I guess this thing does all kinds of wazoo shit. Then they got this type of tire changer right here, 2-speed tilt back tire changer. I guess this is the more power edition. That's $13,580. Whew. Just to mount tires. I mean, that, you know how many fucking tires you got to mount to pay for that bastard? You got to think about it. You got some monkey out there changing tires right at your shop, okay, for let's say $400 a week. And then so this thing's, and then you got this price of this bastard at $70 a week basically. So that's $500 a week. And you know, I don't know how much tires already get changed. I've never really paid it. I think they charge you like $40 to dismount them and put them back on maybe, or something like that. I don't know. But that's all that shit. Then they got pin plates. I don't know what the fuck. This is a balancer pin. I don't know what the hell that thing does. They got a balancer flange spacer and a 9-piece collet set. So I guess you buy this thing and then got to buy these accessories too, which seems kind of fucked up, but whatever. But all right, guys, this has been the Snap-on Junkie reviewing the Tech Extra Flyer. If you guys like these type of videos, please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Whatever. This is YouTube, dude. I'm just trying to provide good content with you guys. And remember, go to the snaponjunkie.com, purchase your stickers and hoodies, guys, so we can move on to something else. I have some big plans, you know, in the future of my channel. And thank you for coming to watch this video on the flyer.